doing.
Intelligence, and also Paris had learned by a grasp of language derived from his education. He was a Muslim, and he'd been taught as a child to read and write and figure in Arabic. Other things too Paris had learned by degrees. Nadri came from a region of high grasslands and wooded valleys behind the Ivory Coast, and had been clerk to a merchant. Subsequently, women had thrown with held out their hands to the flame and laughed at nothing to see beyond dark lost roof. Then many at his glass. Paris knew this as he however, but when he caught the bug lasting a day or two. In others there was and had come with complaints of a night disturbed by vomiting. This morbid condition, accompanied in the first hours by a low fever, was one that on the same day as the beloved. Though serious enough to the disputants, they were regarded as a form of entertainment by those not involved, and the mood was well attended. In the hot season, evening was the preferred time, but now, in the cooler weather, mid-morning was judged suitable, particularly as that evening would be taken up with the naming of Nima's latest child, under the joint fathership of Kavanagh Giamocco. Friends and partners, these two sharing profound trade interests. Nima had decided to have the naming on the same day as the palaver, so as to ensure a good attendance, desirable alike for prestige and the volume of gifts and good wishes. It was early still, not long after sunrise, and Paris was in his sick room, administering an infusion of quassia and dried orange peels to Libby, who had a jaundiced look in his solitary eye this morning, and had come with complaints of a night disturbed by vomiting. This morbid condition, accompanied in the first hours by a low fever, was one that Libby had suffered from at intervals for a good number of years now. He was not alone in this. Others of the crew people, though none of the Africans, were troubled by a recurrent fever, mystifying in its cause to Paris, as there seemed to be no evidence of reinfection. In some cases it took the form of a single mild bug lasting a day or two. In others there was a more dangerous period of closer effects than these. Libby's fever was accompanied by an evident obstruction of the bile, but this was not so with any of the others. It was difficult to see a pattern anywhere. However, the men seemed well enough to tie, although none of the Africans could wish it. In the hot deer was the tiny backs of the red arms. These made a light just strong enough, too much light to frighten the deer away. The oldest nor indeed mentioned it to anyone until many years later, in a different place. He was an old man, and nearly blind. As he lay looking through the darkness, he heard the silence left by the ceasing of the music fill again with small accustomed sounds. The rustlings in the thatch above it, the deep regular breathing of his brother and sister lying nearby, the distant sibilance of the sea. Not exactly a sound, this, but a very faint echo of silence. He began to think about the nighttime deer hunt which he had been promised, his first. It was due to take place very shortly now, before the full moon. Shanti Danka was back after an absence of several days. He had returned for the palaver. It was Danka who had seen the deer tracks and cropped shoots in a hummock no more than an hour away beyond the freshwater lagoon. Danka would be leading them. He was a notable hunter and very strong. Kenka had once measured Danka's bow against the thickness of his own wrist and found no difference. About him, as about almost all the older men of the settlement, there was a legendary glamour. Danka had been one of those who brought the ship up from the sea. Kenka had never been to the hummock where the tracks had been found, but he felt he knew it, because he had questioned both Paris and Nadri at different times, and both had described it to him in detail, just as they had described the method of the hunt. There was a bay head over a narrow stream. The stream flowed out of a tunnel of moon vines, and there were small red fish in it, and it opened into a pool that was completely roofed over by the branches of trees, like a room with a floor of water. He began to rehearse the hunt in his mind, as he had done often before. Every phrase of it had taken on the colour of ritual, and everything had to be done in a precise, unvarying order. They would leave while it was still light. He would see the silver stream flowing out of